This passage, Lenny, and I know you and I think of this as one of our favorites. There's so many favorites here. Is so much bigger than all of us that we can't possibly do it justice.
Right.
But anyway, just to take a stab at it, you have a messenger speech describing the death of Oedipus, which is, of course, mysterious.
Right. And which nobody actually witnesses, right?
Nobody except Theseus.
Yes.
And Theseus,
Yes.
as the then king of Athens, he witnesses it because he's, by virtue of being the king, also the high priest.
Yes.
And so ideologically, the Athenian democracy thinks of this particular hero as that, oh, that just king who was so just, and actually his priesthood is what comes down all the way to us in the late 5th century. So our chief priest of Athens is still a direct transmission, so to speak, of Theseus. So Theseus did see this death, but nobody else did.
Yep.
And so he arrives at one of these many landmarks for where the most sacred spot of Colonus is. This one is called the threshold for descending.
Right.
And then when he is at what is called the hollow crater, he stands there. And so now you can imagine 4 landmarks surrounding him. I think there are 4.
Right.
There's the hollow crater. There's the so-called jumping rock, which also means the rock for spilling semen.
Right.
This is Poseidon.
Poseidon stuff about how the horse
goes
got
to sleep and
Yep.
has an emission of semen and impregnates the earth, which gives us the first
horse. Yep.
On and on it goes. So many Athenian myths packed in here. And that's 2 of the 4 landmarks. Then there's the hollow pear tree. I've worked eternities on the mythology of hollow pear tree. But let's not go there now.
All right.
Okay. And the stone tomb.
Yep.
Wow. And that's a good setting for having your mysterious
Translation.
death
Yep.
and translation into another world.
Right.
And so now he has some ritual washing and libations.
Right.
And again, those of our participants who understand libations and practice them themselves will, I think, get a special resonance from this particular moment that libations will happen.
Right.
And the water comes from what is called the place of Demeter. The way it all happens is meant to be mysterious. It's meant to be something that only Theseus, as the high priest, would see.
Right.
And he's not going to communicate it to anybody.
Right.
That communication can only happen under very set circumstances.
Okay.
And that is what initiation is all about. Mysteries and initiation go together.
So it's also about the landmarks, what Theseus knows, right?
Absolutely.
That's the important thing, right? So all these landmarks are pointers, but they're not the ultimate pointer, which only he has, right?
Which only he has.
Yeah,
That is to say, only the high priest.
Yep.
Only the high priest really knows what happens.
Yep.
And what's culturally difficult about this for us is we say, oh, but Oedipus is such a wretch.
Yes.
He is such an abject sample of humanity. Everything possibly bad that could happen to someone has happened to him.
Yep.
Why should he become the body that is anchored in this beautiful place? And then why should he be the one who radiates this special power that has such special meaning for Sophocles himself as a native son of this place? But that's the beauty of hero cult, is that the body, no matter what that body had done in life, becomes a talisman.
Right. And it becomes beautiful and clean, too.
And becomes a beautiful and cleaning thing.
Yes,
A
exactly.
talisman of fertility and prosperity for the whole community.
Right.
And these fundamental ideas about the cult hero all come together here in this description of the death. And we will talk more about this death in texts that we will still need to discuss.
Okay.